black money, which is a very cool code word for money we didn't know being spent, and they were spending it on UFOs. Louis Martinez is at the Pentagon with ABC News. Good morning, Mr. Martinez.
Good morning, McGraw. How are you?
How did this story first come out? Who leaked it? Who spilled the beans?
Through a couple of news organizations this weekend. They reported on this project about $20 million spent between 2007 and 2012. Kind of a pet project from former Senator Harry Reid, who from Nevada. He had requested the money, thinking that it was worth studying to see if what the explained phenomena was out there that could get in the hands of America's adversaries. And so they set up this very little-known office inside the Pentagon that would explore what eventually most of the world calls as UFOs. Now, this program ended in 2012, the Pentagon acknowledging the existence of what they call the Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program, and they determined that there were other higher priority issues that were worth spending on. But apparently this is how it came out.
So after 5 years, they figured there were more important things to study?
Well, that's exactly the rationale that they provided over the weekend. Now, we should note that all these stories are coming out because the man who headed this operation for those 5 years, he left the Pentagon about a couple of months ago, and he's now joined this for-profit venture that's going to continue exploring unexplained phenomena. And they're the ones that have provided news organizations with the video that you may have seen of that, that black and white video of an encounter off the coast of San Diego back in 2004. Navy pilots chasing after this object in the sky and recording it on video. Pretty compelling stuff. But they're the ones that have put out this information about the budgeting as well as the investigations that they conducted.
All right, so when it was all said and done, after 5 years and $22 million of dark money, did they determine that there are no aliens? Did they determine that there are things we can identify? What was their bottom line?
Well, it's unclear exactly what kind of output they pushed out, or whether it was ever made public. But one of the things that we do know is that one of the individuals, the man who headed that project, has come away convinced that there are UFOs, and that's the reason why he wants to continue studying it. And he's lined up these other individuals in the intelligence community, former intel guys, who seem to have the same idea, and so they want to keep pursuing it. But this isn't the first time the Pentagon's investigated UFOs. Remember Project Blue Book? That was a very famous project during the Cold War, and they're the ones that determined back when that was over in 1969 that there were no UFOs. And so I guess since then, that we thought that was the last public investigation, but it turns out that very quietly the Pentagon had been doing this for 5 years at least, about 10 years ago.
So I'm assuming it was highly classified. Is that safe to say?
Not really. It's it was actually money that was pushed inside the DoD appropriations bills. So classified entails that it's everything about the program is secret. In this case, it seems that the spending was known. It just wasn't highly publicized. And though some of the work that they worked on was classified, for example, those videos that I talked about, they are classified. But eventually they can be declassified, and that's why we saw the videos this weekend. They were released publicly by the Pentagon to that organization.
Is there a report that we can read about all of this online?
Those are going to be some of the questions we're going to be trying to pursue this week, because I think this story's generated a ton of interest. I've been watching the morning shows this morning, and they've all got those clips. They were all talking about it. So I think this is something the Pentagon's going to have to talk about and acknowledge, okay, how was the money spent? What was the product? What did we come away with it, and why did you stop funding it? And ultimately, I think that's what people are going to want answers to.
Louis Martinez, ABC News at the Pentagon, in the C-Ring at the Pentagon, bringing us all the latest on the UFOs. Louis, have a good week. Thanks for checking in.